important. So we're going to get straight into the performance of the system. So we're going to look at weekly performance. So these dates represent the beginning of the week, right? So we have records from as far back as August the 15th, 2021, the week starting August the 15th, 2021. And we also have records as recently as February the 13th, 2022. And every week, if you look at this, you could see that there is a net profit, right? Some weeks there are losses, like for this week here, this was when August the 29th, week starting August the 29th, 2021, we had negative $20. That was a loss, right? Overall for the week. But for that same week, they had $85 profit, right? So you netted 65. So the important thing is, even while you're trading, are you netting profitable at the end of the week? Did you close the week in profit, right? So this system has been generating profit consistently every week since August the 15th. Is it losing any trades or has it lost any trades? Yes, it has, right? How many trades have it lost in total? 18 trades from August the 15th up to February the 13th, right? How many trades did it win? 367, right? So you can see there, it's typically trading around 15 trades per week, which gives you around 3 trades per day. It only trades on weekdays. We'll get into what pairs and so it's trading in a few. All of this here I summarized in these two charts. So the green chart, I can't say green and red because you could hardly see the red. So in this chart, the green represents the profit. The red represents the losses, and that's in dollar values, right? And you could see how the green overpowers the red. The blue chart now, this is the win and loss numbers. So the blue represent the trades that won and the red represent the trades that lost. You would notice from this that they didn't have a losing trade since the week starting December the 5th, 2021. So from December the 5th, 2021, all the way up to this week, no losses were recorded. Weekly returns. What percentage growth is this thing generating on a weekly basis? It's not a straight line. There is some variance with the performance. Let me zoom in a bit. And this one is similar to the other tabs as well, right? I have the numbers and then I just did a summary with the graphs. So when it started in the early stages, August the 22nd, 2021, during that week, they did 2.72. So most of the early weeks, like for the Forex, how much is that? Around 7 weeks, it was generating around 3 to 4%, right? And then it had a really good run from October the 3rd, 2021, all the way up to November the 21st, 2021. It was generating somewhere around, let's say, 9 and 10%. Most recently now, from December the 12th, 2021, all the way up to this week, it's varying around 7% on a weekly basis, right? Not exactly 7%, but sometimes more, sometimes less. Daily profit and loss run. Let me zoom in here a bit.
We have some questions in the chat. So as you go along, you want to answer them, or you want to go through and then answer them?
At the end, I'll answer.
Okay, cool. So you can go ahead and just drop your questions in the chat, and when he's finished, we're gonna run through them, and you're gonna answer all the questions.
So we looked at the profit in terms of daily profits and daily loss. This chart shows a minute. Let me mute everything. Yeah, I got him. I mute everybody. All right, so this chart here now shows, or this table shows the running profit and the running loss. So overall, you could always rewind this video and check it out in details, right? But overall, with this account, the total loss was $222 and the total profit was $13,062. So it's netting around $12,839, right, for this particular account. Daily returns. The daily returns is varying between 1% and how much is that? Between 1% and 2%. Let's not consider this outlier. So between 1 and 2%. For me, based on my personal experience from when I got connected, it's doing like 1.4, 1.5 on a daily basis. Right, so you could see the percentages here per day. Some day it gives higher values than others. Like this one here, it has 3.4%. This one it has 2.3, but generally it's around 1 point something, 1.4, 1.5. What pairs is the system trading? It's trading AUD USD, Euro USD, Gold, GBP USD, USD CAD, NZD USD, right? Mostly Euro USD, 219 Euro USD, AUD USD 95, GBP USD 48. So you could see this here. There are some additional details that they have on their actual website. So this is it here. You could check their My FX book link. It gives some pretty good analysis here as well. Like you could look at the pairs, AUD USD. You could see how many trades they did, 48. Losing pips, 103. And then you have, that was for the longs, right? Not losing pips, longs pips, 103. Right, short pips, 107, 40 trades. So you could get a quick overview of what they're trading and how they're performing in each. The important thing in this summary is the win rate, right? You look at the wins and you look at their losses. This one is 99%, 94%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 90%. So pretty good win rate. Well, not pretty good. This is damn good win rate. Excellent win rate. Look at monthly gains for 2021. August 7.9, September 18.32, October. The highest they had here was in November, which was 51.12. And you would recall from the Excel that I did, I was mentioning that during the November period, they really had some amazing performance on a weekly basis, right? That shows December 2022. This is how they're doing. And it reflects what I showed you guys just now on the weekly performance. You could also look at this on an hourly basis. Like when is the system really generating its trades? It's varied over the day, but typically at 9 p.m., around 9 p.m., they're generating their trades. And you're seeing their wins and losses stacked against each other. Once again, the wins are overpowering the losses. If you look at the daily, there isn't really any variance with the day-to-day trading. They stick to a standard setup. As I mentioned earlier, it's typically around three trades per day, give or take. Some days it gives less, some days it gives more, but generally 3 per day. What other useful information? Drawdown, right? Drawdown. What's the most drawdown you guys have ever had? Well, this system, the most drawdown it's ever going to give, or the most drawdown it has ever given was 0.95, less than 1% drawdown, right? What else useful information do we have? I think this is all useful information that I have on My FX book. I went through.
Sultan, can you show the history, trade history?
1 minute. The trade history is here. This is the actual statement that I downloaded. And so you have the ticket, open time, type, lot size, what they traded, where they took the trade, SL, TP, close time. You have all of that here with the profits and so on. We actually have, for me to get these records here, right, I had to download it from MP4. So if anybody wants to verify, you could message me and I'll share the credentials. You could log in and just scan it through for yourself. Right, so this is the actual trading history here. Save the questions for the end, please. I just want to close off one final thing. So I built out an investment model for this, right, to show if I'm investing a certain amount of money for X period of time, what should I expect to be my return, right? Which is what I anticipate some persons might want to ask, which is something that I wanted to know for myself, right? So I found out, how does this system work? What goes into it? What are the calculations? And where will I be by a certain time, right? So let's do an example to show you guys how this is working. Because right up front, it might look a bit complicated, but let's say you start with $100, right? Today is what day? Today is the 19th. So let's move this down to the 19th, February the 19th, right? And we're gonna say that we're gonna end at December the 31st. So we're gonna invest and let it run until the end of the year. We're gonna do $100. What can I expect in return? So this graph shows you the summary. You start with $100, you're expected to compound that to 1,487, right? You're not gonna get all of that money because part of it stays in the system, part of it would come out as a fee before you do a withdrawal. But that $100 that would compound to 1,487, which is roughly 1,500, right? 100 compounds to 1,500. You get to actually take out 1,186, which in my opinion is still really amazing because you're taking 100 and you're increasing that by more than 10 times, right? These are the other things that go into it, right? Like your compounding days. From now to the end of the year, trading days remaining would be 225. Your ending balance would be this, which is what we have up there. Your profits, you would have to now subtract your starting balance from your closing balance. This is going to be your actual profit, 1,387. And your expenses would be $300, which would be the part that is left in the system. That's referred to as bot security. And we withdraw fee of $3. Every time you withdraw, it's going to be $3. So your total expenses that would be taken out from your ending profit, subtract that from your ending balance, that will give you your profit, right? Your closing returns now would be your ending balance minus your expenses. So this is how it works. And let's do another example. 500, not 500, 300. Let's say you do 300. Similar principle applies. Starting balance, ending balance, minus your expenses. Your closing returns would be 3,565. So again, that's more than 10x. 500, it's going to be similar because you know it's a percentage-based game, right? Whatever you put in, the same percentage is applied. In every case, from now to the end of the year, your returns would be more than 10 times whatever you put in. Look at it with 100,000 becomes, how much is that? 1,486,735. Your actual that you could take out of the system would be 1,189,385. So reasonable numbers. Let me do the example with $100. This is just showing the summary, but let's go down to how it's actually working on a day-by-day basis. So I started with $100. Let me zoom in a bit. I know I could see from my computer, but you guys, some persons might be watching from their phone. So let's look at this, right? So I started. Our start date on the investment model page is the 19th. However, trading does not happen on the 19th. So our start date over here would be on Monday. And you would notice it's only counting weekdays, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So only trading days. So we're gonna actually start on February the 21st. So that's gonna be our day one. Our balance is going to be $100, right? Profit 1.5. Remember I mentioned it's like 1.4 to 1.5. So 1.5% profit from $100 is going to give us $1.5. This now gets added onto your balance. This is rounded, right? So if I increase the decimal, you'll see that's 101.50. For simplicity, I just left it there. Right, so this gets added to that. 1.5 of that is going to be this. This gets added to that. 1.5 of that. You guys know how compounding works, right? I feel like I'm singing to the choir here. Okay, good. So after you generate those profits on the weekdays, your total profit for the week is in this first week is going to be 7.73 with $100, right? There's a 80-20 split. So you get to keep 80%, which is going to be 6.18, and you have to give the 1.55 back to the system, similar to how FTMO and my Forex funds work, right? So at the end of the week, the 1.55 gets taken out, and then you continue the same process again. Make your profit, add to the balance, make your profit, add to the balance, make your profit, add to the balance. End of the week, 80-20 split, take out the 20, and then your balance keeps going up, your profits keep going up, and it's pretty consistent, right? So this is very realistic in terms of what you should be expecting, and it keeps going down like that. So this is a case where the $100 would eventually compound to, at year end here, let me expand this a bit. At year end, it's going to compound to 1,487. So you have the full step-by-step there, just to show you guys how the projections are working, and not just simply to come and click here and tell you that this is what it's going to be. Right, so you could slow down the video and test this back for yourself and see if it makes sense, not just take my word for it. All right, so that's the end of the presentation here. I'm going to stop recording and then take some questions.